It's time for a little Funky Friday. From their funky hidden headquarters, your hosts, Keith and Gerry.
Like that song. All right, welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Minefield, TGIF. And we have Fat Steven on the line as usual, my co-host. Keith is in Kansas City for Planet Comic Con, so he'll be reporting on that during the show. And then, of course, our friend Jace.
Hello.
Trying to remember, what country is it you're from?
What do you think? Fuck you. Norway.
He's from Sweden.
I'm a Norwegian. You want to fight?
What the fight about
What am I going to do?
Do you want to fight me?
No, this is what I have.
Hey, Sweden! Not Swedish, Mac, the Norwegian.
Here, CJ. You're not the only one here.
Oh, man.
I'm out of it this weekend, man. I've been training on this new job, and I'm just fucking exhausted from it. Long hours. CJ Swordpunk is in the house. Stephen Otten, welcome to the show, gentlemen. Glad to see you guys. I got to be honest with you. Since we changed the time because of my new job, I'm not too sure this is going to survive because we're going up against Friday Night Tights, man. And I love those guys. I mean, half of them are close friends of mine. So I'm like, oh, crap. I'm hoping that eventually I get my Fridays off so I don't have to do this. We can go back to 2 o'clock because TGIF, man. I love doing this. It's like I love Fridays and God bless it. I fucking hate this. But I'm glad you guys are here and anybody else that's quietly watching. Thank you for showing up. We're going to be talking about an assortment of things, but the first thing we're going to talk about is, of course, we lost a master martial artist and, one of my favorite actors of all time is Shinichi Chiba, also known to us in the West as Sonny Chiba. And I'm going to mention my favorite movie with him, which is The Fall of Akko Castle, or also 47 Ronin, or Swords of Vengeance. It was the 1978 readaptation of the classical story of the real 47 samurai who avenged their master. And and here's, of course, the American release. And this is the original release in Japan.
It looks so much better, the Japanese version.
And Sonny Chiba is the guy on the next to the top far right. And that's a classic fucking movie. I love that movie. But anyway, if you've never seen the 47 Ronin, I mean, any iteration was pretty good except for the one with Keanu Reeves, which was pretty dumb. Even though I did enjoy it because I'll watch anything with Keanu Reeves. But I'm like, why did you make it a fantasy story? It's a true story. Why would you make it fantasy? It's a true fucking story. It really happened. But oh well. Let's see. You're friends with Gerry? I'm not a fan of Gerry. We all watch Gerry. All of us do.
Shower.
And in fact, Gerry was just on with what's his name from England. Yeah. They were on your show on Monday. So that's really fucking cool.
Who?
Yeah.
What?
Who's show on Monday?
You. Wasn't it your show?
No, that's coming up. I extended the invitation.
Coming
We have
up.
Prisha Tallman coming. So since they're watching Babylon 5 for the first time ever, I thought, hey, get to talk to one of the actresses like us do. Yeah.
Martina Costa Santana, a good friend to this show and someone that Keith and I love. It's good to see you, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Stephen put it. Yep. Rest in peace, Sonny Chiba. What a great guy. I do have a video for him, but I want to check all the chat here. There's a Street Fighter Saga. Yep. I was not a big fan of it, but I enjoyed it. I watch anything with Sonny Chiba in it. Him and Beat Takeshi are like two of my favorite Japanese action actors. Jeez, those guys are good. All hail to you too, Martin. And Tim's in the house. Hello, Tim. How are you doing? I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I know before the show started, I was just sitting here on camera quietly doing stuff, and and Steven saw me and was watching me, and he goes, "You look perturbed."
He looked pissed. He was covering his mouth, but he had the look of like.
I'm so irritated with everything right now because nothing's going right.
Do you know when you hear someone angry click on their mouse and all you hear is? That's all I was fucking hearing. I'm like, I don't want to be here right now.
I need to go. Now I'm hoping this is the whole video. I'm going to show this video. It's about 2.5 minutes long, showing some of the best scenes with Sonny Chiba. And here we go.
Those nipples are huge.
And dark.
Do you think the song might get claimed?
It's my song. I wrote and produced it.
Fake news.
Oh. It was amazing, man. It was truly amazing.
I'm gonna leave more than tracks in the sand, 'cause I'm no dinosaur. My fate is more than lines in my hands, 'cause I'm no dinosaur, yeah.
He is so fucking fast.
You can think what you want and be who you wanna be, but I'm no dinosaur. If you don't like me, well, that's too bad, 'cause I'm no dinosaur.
Going back to you, Martin, I want to point out that Sho Kosugi's career went from 79 to about 1993, and that was it. His career was over not long after being in, what was that movie called? Sort of Fury? The Rutger Hauer movie where he's blind. Blind Fury, that was it, Blind Fury.
I'm not the son of who you say I am, 'cause I'm no dinosaur. I may look like something a cat dragged in.
Like Bruce and so many other martial artists, he was not just a master of like one or two weapon styles. He studied a multitude of different weapons and was good and proficient, not just on screen, but in real life.
He looks better in a hat.
And in a patch. And I don't
Those
mean
nipples,
like a...
those nipples were epic.
Well, Japanese have... That was one thing they talked about in one of the Bruce Lee films was the difference between Japanese and Chinese nipples. And so to hide the fact that one of the characters was a Japanese spy in the house, he had to wear a wrap to cover his nipples. I'm serious. It's a Bruce Lee fucking movie. I think it's Fist of Fury. The one where he's in the school and he ends up hiding out in the zoo.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it going, as a kid, I was like, is that true? But their nipples? I'm like asking my dad. My dad's like, how the hell would I fucking know that? Why don't you ask me good questions?
Not all the nipple questions.
Yeah, CJ, that's actually my song. I decided I'm going to start playing some of my music on here. Fuck it, I'll promote my own music. You can find my music under the name Cohen's Ghost. It's on Amazon, iTunes, and I like hiding behind other things. So I've gone by that nom de plume for 20 years. And oh hey, Zachariah 315. Howdy y'all. Howdy right back. How y'all doing? And Stephen Otten, I have to go back to watch Shadow Warriors. Gonna miss you being here, man. Keep us on the background. Yeah, you can actually like I said, just go to iTunes, Amazon, look up Cohen's Ghost. I'm on there. And my music. I've had weird things, like I was on a Call of Duty game once, and guy asked me, because my name on Xbox is Cohen's Ghost. This guy asked me, he says, like the band? Like, it's no band, it's just me. Really? Are you really the guy who did the music? I'm like, and I started like thinking he was like trying to fuck with me, and I'm like, yeah. And he took, like, this is right when the webcam thing with Xbox was going on. So he went and took snapshots of him holding my CDs. He had bought my music. And so I said,
cool,
send
man.
it to me and I'll send it back to you. And I signed him for him. It was weird, but I like it. I still do music. I like music. I like doing mostly instrumental.
He likes drawings too.
Hey, Gerry,
Hell, what's up, man? What is up, Cardinal Sin? How are you feeling, man? Good to see you. Well, anyway, we were talking about Sonny Chiba. We lost him. The guy lived, and he was like in really good health for the last time I saw him. So this is kind of shock to me.
How old did he get?
Make it to 100. 82. He died at 82.
82, yeah.
You wouldn't get that far much anymore.
Yeah, it's just it's amazing, you know. What a career. Go back and check it. Yeah, the Street Fighter films are definitely something to check out. Any film with Sonny Chiba is good. I did not like the Kill Bill film, but I loved his role in it. I loved a lot of the stuff in the film. I just didn't think the film was very good. But and hail to you, my friend Cardinal Sin. Yeah, it's oh, you just missed the video. I'll share a link with you if you want to watch that video. I'll go get the clip real quick. And I posted it on our archives channel. Let's go to archives studio and I'll get the link for you. It is content. And well, I thought it was there. I guess I'm a fucking liar. Maybe I put it on our channel. I don't know. But anyway, suffice to say that it's a big blow to the martial arts community for him being gone. But before we get into the news of the week, let's talk about how things are going. Can you get on camera there, Keith, and talk about Planet Comic Con in Kansas City?
Okay. Let's see. Hey. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
I can hear it pretty fine.
Yes, Darth Vader, I can hear you fine.
Well, yes. Atlanta Comic Con, Kansas City, 2021. It was originally scheduled to be earlier this year, and they decided, due to the C-19 situation, to not have it, and they were able to pull something out and actually put it on now. So for those of you in and around the city area, if you can get to Bartle Hall downtown Kansas City, just come on out and check out all the guests that we have this weekend. At least 5 members of the cast of Supernatural are here, along with Mr. Sam Jones, who is, many of you know, as
Flash
Gordon.
Gordon.
The 1980 film. Yes,
And from the movie Ted.
that's right. And Ted too. And also from the movie Ted by Blake Edwards. And we're going to have actor Barry Williams from
Barry?
the Brady Bunch. Yeah.
Is he still living in Branson?
Yes, he is. And then Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley will also be here.
Ah, yeah. The cute one.
But also, there's a multitude of guests. I mean, comic artists. Andre Parks is going to be here. Multitude of other writers. Lots of anime voices. This is just going to be a good time this weekend. So get a chance, just check it out. Downtown Kansas City, Bartle Hall. Check everything else out at planetcomiccon.com. So
How's the turnout this time?
it's good. It is really. It is a lot better than I actually thought it would be. So, but it is Friday. I think some people are deciding, that Saturday would probably be the day that they want to come. And considering that there are certain guests only assigned that are only going to be here on Saturday, then I think a lot of people will probably just hold off until then.
Okay.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to meet the lead actor of the hit show Arrow, come on out, because he'll be here tomorrow.
Awesome sauce, dude.
That's
That is
awesome.
great.
Yeah, if you're going to be there tomorrow,
Man.
you should get him to sign the omnibus so you can at least get a collection of different arrows, whether they played it on TV or did something in comics.
Hey, do me a favor. Look for David Frizzell, Drew,
Yeah,
and hit him up.
yeah. I'll see about trying to get him off. I also, I actually went out and hung out at the booth of my good friend, Evil Ted, and he is a foam artist who creates different type of cosplay helmets and weapons out of foam, and he's a really, really, really good friend of our good friend Tom Seymour. So check him out, or go to evilted.com. Check him out also on Twitch. I'm going to see about trying to score an interview with him for us later on, okay?
All right. Hey, keep an eye out for David Stanfield, too. It'd be nice to get him on the show.
David ended up leaving town a little later than expected. He will definitely be here, but he'll be here later, and he'll definitely be able to hang
after
out
we've already.
tomorrow.
Well, tell him hi for me.
Oh, I will. Listen, just on a side note, he and I will be in contact with you, Gerry, coming up.
Say that
Have to
again.
be all
We couldn't
material.
hear you. Say it again.
David Stanfield and I will be in contact with you, Gerry,
Oh.
about an upcoming project. So,
Woohoo! Well, you
Yeah,
know,
I
you
know,
guys
right?
are. You know, you guys are on my close friends list. You're my best friend now.
I'll be your
Um,
best friend. Well, I want to get on this shit. I'm
it's
even
hard to
holding
become a
up
best
drunk
friend
for
with
you.
me. It's hard to become a best friend with me because you got to really, really tolerate me. And Keith has
We
put up with
do.
a lot of.
I've seen you
funky
topless.
behavior and
I've
shit with
seen
me
you
over the years.
topless. I've already won that.
You're working your way. You're working your way on
You
there,
make me
buddy.
sound like a hooker trying to learn how to do a fucking masturbation technique right. What the fuck?
well, listen, guys. I
it
do
was
have
good.
to go.
Mm,
I do have to go. I'm on a time limit here. One last thing, and let me add this into our news, okay?
All right.
Yesterday, as fans, we should have all been celebrating the centennial
100th.
of the birth of Gene Roddenberry. The very
Yeah.
fact that a lot of people out there did not know this is one more failing on behalf of CBS, because this is strike 2. Okay? They screwed up with the 50th anniversary celebration of Star Trek. They basically did nothing. And now they have done
Yeah, but
technically.
you and I both know we didn't expect them to because they're fucking assholes. The people
I know,
in there
but
right now.
again, they completely messed up the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, and now they've messed up the centennial birth of Gene Roddenberry. So that's 2 strikes again.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's just
anyway,
them and the people at Star Wars that forget shit too, like George Lucas on his birthday.
yeah.
Didn't mention
But
him. These people are
again,
such
how
cunts.
often in fandom do we get an opportunity to celebrate a centennial of someone who is as influential in the 20th century to fandom as Gene Roddenberry, let alone him being a veteran, also being a cop,
Of
a
course,
writer,
Hollywood's
creator,
favorite
producer.
war, he's a veteran of, is World War II.
Yeah. How do you let that slide if you're CBS, considering how much money Star Trek has brought in? You know, really for everybody that's ever owned it since 1966. Anyway, listen, I'll let you guys discuss it the rest of the way. I gotta go. I will try to check in later. Okay.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later. Have fun. Say hi to Mel for me.
Have fun, man.
I will.
All right. Cheers.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous. I'd love to go up there. I filled out the paperwork, but I just, I got to do the show.
Yeah, I would love
when
to
we
be on
figure out
like
how to simulcast, I'll worry about it then. Let me go back. Hold on a second. I've been trying to get on your show, and I'm so tired all the time between my career as an artist and this new job I took on to help pay for stuff. Wow. It's like by the time we get to Sunday, I'm like done. And I sleep mostly through Sunday. I just sleep, and I apologize, Cardinal, because I really do want to get back on your show because I had such a good time. Steve Naughton, hail Cardinal Sin, amen to that. Is anyone shocked they forgot? No, that was what I was saying, Stephen. It's like Keith and I both knew they wouldn't do this. It's just like what Lucasfilm did. They forgot George Lucas's fucking birthday. Ah, man, these companies are just full of assholes. Take care, Keith. And right, what you know, he was a motorcycle cop, T.J. Hooker, and a great show creator. Hell, Gene Roddenberry. Yep. I've had a lot of people I love die. I've dealt with it over the decades since I was a kid, and even my closest family, when they died, I didn't cry. Gene Roddenberry died, and I fucking had to pull over on the side of a road in Vallejo, California, when the news came over the radio, and I just sit there for 20 minutes till I finally calmed down because that guy had such an impact on my childhood. Gerry, I'll have to get you on a midnight to midnight. What does that mean? Midnight to midnight.
It's one of his shows, and they can like last to 11 hours to 12 hours to 20 hours.
Oh wait, I was on one of your shows. It was like that. I came in and then left, and it just kept going. I'm like, it's crazy.
It's going for a long time, going strong.
How are you doing that? A sad day, yes. Sonny Chiba and Masami Suda passing away. I did not know Masami died. Did he die today? I didn't know that. Holy shit. I lived in Vallejo for 9 months, but I know what you mean. I actually, Vallejo and Napa is like 2 of my favorite places to go when I lived in California. I lived in Sac of Tomatoes, also Davis, right across the bridge from him.
Stop smoking. Sorry.
Nope.
That went crazy. Yo, Papes, awesome one. What is up? Golga 13 this past week. I did not know that. I did not see that. Thanks for letting me know, man. But getting back to it, we had some big stuff that happened this week, and one of them I don't want to fucking watch the trailer to. But I guess you saw it, the trailer for He-Man, the new CG animated show, Steve?
I saw it. I really wish I didn't. I saw parts.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
It seems it has promise, like for a kids show, but Prince Adam, man, has like these giant anime like teardrop eyes, and you're looking at him going, hold on. If I'm gonna just, I was not prepared for having my eyesight burned again.
Okay.
You haven't seen it?
Nope. I have not.
Yeah, I won't watch it. I've pretty much all but completely given up on Netflix right now because they got too many weirdos in charge. And I mean, they're fucking weird people. And there's something wrong with them. And the stuff with, practical kitty porn on there to just, with the little girls. I forget what the name of that movie was. Cuties. Just insulting to the intelligence. It really was.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just reading what was going on here. I haven't seen anything about the CGI He-Man. I saw images, and that's all I've seen. I know Midnight's Edge did a thing today, and Fat Steven commented on it. And so I'm curious, from someone who saw it. Let's hear it. Let's hear the breakdown.
I can break it down if I can go into it. It's Mighty Morphin Masters of the Universe. There you go.
This
that's it.
Horrible bad Fortnite ripoff. Yep. No thanks.
I don't know why I have no words.
It might have a good story. It might actually be better than Revelation. For me, it's just the delivery of Prince Adam.
I think it all depends on who's in charge of it. If it's the same guy in charge, it'll be crap.
Yeah, and it's just I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Like I will. Like I have to, because I can't constantly think everything's going to be bad just by visuals. Yeah, sure, the revelations look good, but we all covered that controversy of how it came out afterwards, especially with the Smodcast. So I'm going to go in again with eyes unprepared, bias unattached, and just go in and look how it is. The only thing, like I say, for me, what bothers me things is the style of delivery. And the way it goes through the trailer, it seems like it's more like they're not making it the master, like the power of Grayskull is for one individual. It is now for all of those people you're seeing on screen. And there's more. Like there's the master of destruction. There's the master of claws, as you can see by Cringer wearing claws right there on the bottom. The master of technology. It seems like they're taking the master's part and pluralizing it as like a Power Rangers format. That's my impression. But it's...
Yeah, none of that sounded interesting to me.
Well, it's really hard to be your friend and interest you at the same time, Gary. I'm sorry. Here, I got another image. Let's just copy image address, and there you go. There's another one you can look at right there. We got Samus on the left, Orko the Robo, Cringer the Zoid, because it looks like a Zoid. It really does. You remember Zoids, the like the Liger, the metallic Ligers? They would.
To be honest, it looks like bad fan art of Fortnite.
It does look like Fortnite. That's all it looks like. The colors, everything about it, the animation.
What the fuck?
Plastic look of the animation.
What the hell?
Little Dolph Lundgren.
It's Mini Dolph.
Mini Dolph.
I don't know if you were here, Cardinal, when I talked about my dinner with Dolph Lundgren.
There we go. There it is. Now look at you see what this is. What threw me off was the eye stuff right here. Like,
it's
very
totally
feminine.
Looks like Fortnite. It does. Yeah, I don't like it at all.
It has the woo eyes, basically.
Yeah. That's the only thing about it is the animation that it has got me a little concerned. Other than that, I'll watch it, but it's also directed at kids, so I understand they can't have it like the original, like 80s. But there's something just, I don't know. And the way the He-Man turns into, like, he has like the steroid head, tiny nuts, giant arms and chest, and really tiny legs. It's really fucking weird.
Okay, Cardinal is not here for that, so I'm going to tell the story again. Okay, here's what happened. One of our show's producers, Jim Woodward, his sister Annie was a fashion model, Elle magazine, all that shit. She's been on TV shows, blah blah blah. Well, because of her travels and stuff, she met Dolph Lundgren and dated him, and he came to the States with Annie for Thanksgiving, and I, of course, being kind of an extended member of the Jim Woodward family, was invited. And as we were sitting around the table, I was told not to bring up Masters of the Universe, which had just come out. And I'm like, but why? This is like the second time in my life on the eve of a dinner, I was told not to talk to the person I'm having dinner with about their film. And of course, the previous version was David Lynch and Dune, as I was what do you call it, your plus one at a dinner with him. And so I'm told not to talk about He-Man. And I'm like, oh my God, because Mama Woodward was worried that I would say something stupid, I'm assuming. Which I'm going to do. I'm going to do it because it's funny. And so during the dinner, he brought up method acting, taking method acting classes. And I'm looking at Jim Woodward going, look, man, he opened the door. I'm stepping in. And so I said during dinner, so did you use method when you played Adam in He-Man? Masters of the Universe? And all I remember is a swift whoosh past my leg and catching me in the thigh and my groin. And I think Jim meant to kick me in the leg, and instead he kicked me in the junk. And it was worth it. Because he actually went into an explanation of how he played Adam. And I was like, that's fucking cool. All right. Forgiven. But then I'm not allowed to talk about Dolph Lundgren around the Woodwards anymore because of the ugly breakup. I'm always forbade from doing something within the Woodward family. Not even Eternia like the original show. It's almost like Cyberpunk World. Yeah,
it is.
It's sort of like it's like the Troll show, is what it reminds me of. It's Troll Hunters or whatever that show's called.
The messed up thing is the way the trailer delivers it. It's like I don't know if she's supposed to be the sorceress or not, or like a young version of the sorceress, but she is given, I guess, on the quest to find the bearer for the power sword of Grayskull. And
yeah, nobody does that anymore, Cardinals. And they should make their own fucking movies, make their own TV shows. Stop taking shit that was already beloved and shitting all over it. I want to go back. This made me laugh. Mighty Morphin Star Wars Rebels. Let's see.
God, what the...
I'm assuming that WoW was my Dolph Lundgren story.
And there is supposed to be Skeletor before the change.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my, that. I'm not going to watch this show.
I enjoyed the Motu movie. It had some typical bad Golden Globus stuff in it, but the fact is, overall, it was very enjoyable. And Courtney Cox was in it. Actually, that's Man-at-Arms behind Adam. Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't like what they're doing with the show.
What did they do to Trapjaw? Sure. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Awesome one is it looks like the style of character design and the lighting and skies and everything looks like Fortnite.
Yep.
Lundgren received a degree, chemical engineering. The dude's super fucking intelligent. We actually talked to him. I remember talking to him about carbon chains during dinner. And he went on a little diatribe about how carbon chains could be made. And it was fun. That dude's a smart fucker. He
That's the
holds like the
toys.
4th Dan black belt, and damn near killed Stallone, hitting him full force in the chest. Split open an aorta.
Is
Either
that
going to or
Skeletor with the
coming from
green
the front.
face?
Up here on the top and down below right below. Both of those are Skeletor.
Look at Trap Jaw.
It's green to yellow. It looks really weird. First time I've heard that story. I'll tear it and tell it now and again when somebody hasn't heard it, because it was a fun night. Except for getting kicked in the junk, even though that was funny to me. I felt like I got away with something.
But I have to be honest and say that they look like Fortnite toys that I've seen in the store.
Frank Langella. I always loved Frank Langella, and he has that condition. I forget what it's called, with the shaking of the eyes. And it's really weird. Like in Dracula, you can actually see it on some of the close-ups. He's got that tremor in his eyes. Another actor that has that, it's a heavyset actor from the 80s and 90s. Good actor. Let's see. Gerry, I'm jealous. Don't be, buddy. I'm sure you've done a lot of cool shit that I didn't do. Well, truth be told, I do like this Battle Cat design. You can't fuck up Battle Cat. You got to work really hard to fuck that one up. I must break you. Yep. They even still give him his child voice. Oh, Adam? Huh. Yeah, they look like Fortnite. Yeah. What else do we got on the list? We want to talk about the leak that came out of Marvel from one of the big names in comics that worked on the Secret Wars. I think it was Jim. Was it Jim Shooter?
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Let me go back because I gave you guys notes today. Oh, hello. Yeah, why don't you go crazy? Oh, and you were talking about Nichelle Nichols too, and her son.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, just give me one quick second.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'll even read this. Share, screen, share. Boom. Ooh, I need to share that one. And then I need to move the browser. It'd be nice if I had somebody to help me with this shit, so I could continue talking and not be focused on moving shit.
No, I can see that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
There we go. Share. There we go. So Geekosity Magazine, our buddy Mike. Mikey Sutton, and this is a article written by both him and Edwin Francisco, which says the Secret Wars writer possibly confirms black costume Spider-Man in the MCU movie. So let's see. Secret Wars. Spider-Man black costume could be headed to the MCU as Marvel offered Secret Wars writer creator Jim Shooter a new deal. Shooter and artist Mike Zeck introduced the striking black and white outfit in the Marvel superheroes Secret Wars #8 in 1984. However, Spider-Man's costume gained historical significance as it formed the basis of Venom. It was actually a sentient alien symbiote. Eddie Brock became its host, and Venom was born. At MegaCon in Florida, Shooter seemingly confirmed a live-action Secret Wars film from Marvel Studios. In addition, he specifically addressed Spider-Man's black outfit. Marvel Studios has been planning their movies for a long run, and that we know. Even now, they are already on the groundwork for Phase 4. In fact, editor-in-chief Mikey Sutton initially scooped the Secret Wars film in October of 2019, and he did, on several YouTube channels, including ours. And this was several years prior to Loki opening the multiverse doors to Secret Wars. Luis Gonzalez of the Geek Culture Congress podcast provided Geekosity with an exclusive recording of Shooter's discussion. Gonzalez asked Shooter about the potential of the Secret Wars movie. Shooter's response was startlingly candid. Shooter revealed that David Bogart, Senior Vice President of Operations and Procurement, published at Marvel Entertainment, contacted him about Secret Wars. When Shooter asked Bogart about its purpose, he replied that, quote, I can't really talk about it, but we would like you to sign a work for hire, Shooter told him. So fine, send it to me. I did a work for hire. It's yours. Just send me the papers. I'll sign them. Bogart then made him an offer he couldn't refuse. No. We're prepared to pay you $10,000. Sign your name, Shooter explained. You don't have to pay me anything. I know it was a work for hire. What do you want me to do? Lie about it? He added that Marvel, quote, didn't have a single piece of paper that said the Beyonder, Titania, Volcana, and any other characters that we've put in there. There's Spider-Woman, for that matter, and the whole black costume thing. Nothing. No piece of paper that they've owned it. End quote. In other words, Marvel didn't want to take any chances. Shooter signed an agreement that he is the author of Secret Wars, and he did work for Marvel Comics at the time, but there were no Marvel movies in 1984. Streaming television didn't exist. Disney wanted to secure any potential legal issues. Initially, Shooter felt it odd that Marvel approached him with a new contract for a story from nearly 40 years ago. So it became obvious what was happening. Shooter asked, quote, this means you're making a movie, right? End quote. Bogart replied, quote, what? I'm allowed to tell you that, end quote? Shooter observed, I think you just did. What is Secret Wars? The original Secret Wars was a major event in Marvel history, also the reason why I quit reading comics. It was the first ever company-wide crossover event. The book preceded DC Comics' own Crisis on Infinite Earths, another reason I quit reading comics, in 1986. It was originally titled Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, but it's more commonly known to fans as Secret Wars. The Beyonder was the mastermind behind the Secret Wars. He teleported superheroes and villains against their will to the... I'm not going to continue reading this. It's just more information about stuff we know about Secret Wars. So, Brett Cohen, $2 super sticker. Thank you, sir. Let's go back here. Cardinal Sin, the producers were aware that this might detract from the menace he was able to portray in the role, but cast him anyway, as they trusted in his overall screen presence to make the role work. It's Dracula. Cardinal Sin, fuck work for hire, agreed. Hell, Brett Cohen, and back to Brett Cohen. Let me get you a video for that, sir. Thank you so much. I don't know what the sticker is. Does anybody know what the sticker is?
Yeah, it's a Shibu Inu, just, I guess, smiling and tilting its head.
Oh,
Okay, cool. Let me think. What would be a good video for that? Here we go. Just for you.
Whoa. SJWs.
You hate him, right? I hate him myself.
okay, that's actually pretty fun.
See, thank you for the super sticker.
It's kind of
A
sad you
is
can't
for
like
Australia,
see it.
because we now know that Brett lives in Australia. And let's see. Brett Cohen is Australian for awesome. Work for hire is like writing for a minimum wage. I know I've done a lot of, as a comic artist and a writer, I've done a lot of work for hire. And I've also hired writers and I've fired writers. They still got paid. They still get credit, even after I fired them, because they did a certain amount of work. I didn't like the work, but because there's stuff in it that I was going to still use, I have to give them credit. So, dancing and smiling. Yeah, Australia, mate. And at Pop Culture Minefield, do you have a channel memberships? I'm getting ready to launch it, my friend. I am. I'm working on the video now. Because of the fire, I lost the video that we had worked on. And so I had to go back and redo the whole video. So I'm working on it now, working on the voiceovers. I'm thinking about having, I'm not sure if I should have Andre or Tom this time, Tom do it. I love both of them. And I know they're always willing to help me out stuff for the channel. But I think you guys will enjoy it. It's a funny little video about how the channel grew, and I'm just sort of poking fun at ourselves for it, having fun. And we will be launching that. And I swear, I wanted to do it this week, but once again, didn't have time to finish things. I'm going to try to launch by next Friday so I can actually have it on the show. And by the way, I want to thank everybody for helping. We did surpass 2,000 subscribers this week. We're already at
Hey.
2,052 last I checked.
How the hell are you, eh?
People like us, Stephen. No, I don't know what it is. I am very happy.
That was
You know, we have spurts. You know, we'll go for a period where it just sort of trickles, and then we'll have this growth. And then I started promoting and pushing, and I know Tom did from Midnight Edge. He did some pushing, and then all of a sudden we went way past 2,000 because we were like about 20 away when I said something to him, and all of a sudden he was pushing people, and people started subscribing. And the Blade Runner game, we've actually brought new people to the channel. Heleno,
yes, there will.
and
That's
Jacob
pretty nice.
are from overseas. One from Portugal, the other one from Romania, and they started watching the channel. And all thanks to doing the Blade Runner game. And I hope other people will come watch that. I love playing that game. This is the 1997 Westwood game that actually won an Academy Award for video games in '97, best game. But yes, we are going to have memberships. I'm hoping everybody will join. But I'm also still I'm doing a breakdown right now of the comic book Vindicated, and I'm going to draw 5 new pages. And as soon as I finish those 5 pages, the books are going to go up to for sale. I'm going to start doing each chapter one by one until the first book is done, and then I will combine them into one graphic novel. And anybody who wants to buy the full graphic novel of Vindicated Inc. will be able to. Oh, there you go, buddy. Okay, well, this is in lieu of channel memberships. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. And for that one, I will give you one of Steven's videos. I love this one.
This town needs an enema.
I appreciate you put that on there, Steven, because I fucking love that video. I use it in my common parlance when I'm talking to people. I will just say, when something is fucked up, I will go, this town needs an enema. Great fucking line. Let's get back to the comments. And thank you again, Cardinal. Mazel tov. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, it's already up to over 60. All right, 2060. What the fuck? That's fast. That scares me when you see fast growth. The Blade Runner game video. Yes. Oh, did you watch it? Oh, I'm glad you did. I want to get more of our friends watching. I'm having fun. I'm giving trivia and playing the game and telling people, hey, watch out. Make sure I don't do something stupid in the game and miss something important, because that's the game. You're investigating. And if you miss something, it won't trigger the next scene. And I've had to go back and redo something because I fucked up, because you get stuck. Let's see. Hey there, at Stephen Hutton. I'm free state till they tell me I'm not. I'm in the massacre. Oh, yeah. And by the way, one of our guests' family is over in Afghanistan right now. Is Fahim Fazli. He sent me a video last night. Very distressing, emotional situation in Afghanistan. I'm not a religious person, but I find myself doing something that's akin to praying, because I'm terrified for all of the innocent people over there right now trapped. So yeah. God bless them. Brett Cohen, right on. Yes, you are right, sir. And let's see, $2 from Stephen Otten. Thank you, sir. We always appreciate it. I do most of the work, so I should say I appreciate it. But I'm getting Steven. Steven's helping a lot, I got to tell you. Script Doctor, are you off work? Get the fuck on here. Go click on the link and join us. I fucking love Script Doctor. Let's see, Cardinal. Yeah, I was there for it. I think they're going to have a completely remake from scratch. It will be well. They ran into a problem. Is all of the files were lost when EA Games bought Westwood. So they had to go to what is it, Skunkworks or whoever it was that cleaned up the game to get some of the files from them. But this, it's just clean. It's just a cleaner version of the animation done then. They got the bent straw elbows and knees, so everything still looks funky. It still looks 90s. So what's going to end up happening if they're going to do this? They're going to have to start a lot of it from scratch, match it to the game, scene by scene, and it's going to cost millions of dollars to do it. They're going to have to get backers or investors of some sort. But I'm hoping they do because I want an updated Blade Runner from Westwood. That was a great fucking game. Hell, Script Doctor. Hell yeah. Hell, Script Doctor. I just dropped through on those, but I think you're a better gamer than Farty Steven. I don't know. I watch Steven play. He's a good gamer. But I have to mention, as a gamer, I've been gaming since 1974. I bought the very first console that came out. Well, my dad did. And I've been playing ever since. And I've been offered opportunities in the 2000s and the 2010s to go pro on Call of Duty. And I just thought it was stupid. A man my age going pro is just dumb. But I am good. Let's see. Hail Script Doctor. Hey, Script. And don't have a link. All right, hold on. I thought you were in that discussion. So I will invite, copy the clipboard, and I am sending to Script. Somebody's moving in their chair.
Yeah, that's my share. I need to get a new one.
Just oil. Your screws might be loose, or just oil the post used to raise it.
Yeah, I know. It's really old, so I've done a lot of things, but just one. It doesn't want to stop.
Hello, my friend.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, man.
How's it going?
This is what this is what I was asking about earlier. Talk about this shit, Steven.
What? What am I talking about? All right, I'll read this.
Star Trek legend Nichelle Nichols.
All right, well, supposedly this comes from the Daily Mail, as much as I hate touching this. Star Trek legend Nichelle Nichols' friends condemns the actress' son for reasons selling her long-time Woodland Hills home amid bitter conservatorship battle. She was proud of that house. So I don't know if this is actually like just bias because of what's going on, but the son sold the house for $1.22 million to a remodeling and construction.
What's everybody's issues? I don't understand what they're upset about.
Well, she was diagnosed with dementia in 2018, right? And it is currently at the center of a bitter conservatorship battle between her son and her former manager, Gilbert Bell, amid accusations he exploited her. When the house was sold, I was very hurt for her, said the friend. She has no place to go back to anymore. It hurt me because I knew it would hurt her. She stated that she wanted to remain in her home, yet the court let her son move her out. Nichols, Nichols, who became one of the nation's first black women to star in a primetime show after being cast in 1966 as Nyota Uhura on Star Trek, originally purchased her home in 1983 for about $100,000. Jesus Christ. That is a lot of overturn. I hope I used the wrong word. Her former manager, Bell, also speaking to People in a separate interview, expressed sadness over the fact that her home is now gone. It was sold out from under her. She was horrified. She knew that. And saying she was very proud of the house. I can't tell if they're actually showing emotional attachment because the house is gone because she actually loved the house, or it's just both trying to play the emotion card because of what's going on with this battle between both of them. So, yeah.
It's... Well, conservatorship's a pretty bad situation to be in, but in some cases, it has to be done, especially if you're at a certain age.
Especially because her care comes with the cost.
Yeah, there is truth that she was being very much exploited during her final convention years by her management team.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, since 2015 is my understanding.
Oh shit.
So, because she doesn't really do conventions anymore, at all, as far as I know. So, yeah. And then the other part too is like, yeah, children of actors, if they're not talent themselves, they don't have their own career, they do sponge off their parents. It's a thing. It's not the best situation to be in, of course. I can only imagine how difficult it is for Nichelle, because she's always been like this warm and loving person to everybody she ever works with. So yeah, it's just a sad case of events. And she was one of the pioneers. The other one would be Greg Morris, who was a leading actor in Mission Impossible on primetime TV.
And of course, Keith and I are friends with his son, Phil.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a very sad shape of things. And it's not, and her diagnosis is not something she recovers from. So really, it's just
No.
I just hope whoever's
gradual
responsible
progression.
for her is keeping her as comfortable as she can be.
Yeah. I want to go back to this. Martin Acosta. Oh, okay. It's just direct message.
It's messed up.
All gas comes from oil. That's impossible.
Well, methane in cows are a great source of other fuel.
You know, when I
That's
was a kid,
fun.
I probably shouldn't talk about this publicly, but we used to take Dr. Pepper and unpop popcorn, and we would put the popcorn into a gallon jug from a grocery store, and then we would pour a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper in there until it was full, and then we would put the cap on, and we would leave it actually with a little space in it, but we wanted to expand, and we would duct tape it like crazy, and that thing would balloon out from the methane it was making. And the Dr. Pepper and corn made methane, and then we'd sit it on a fence post and shoot it, and it would explode. It was awesome. Huge fireballs. One of the dumb fucking things I did as a kid.
Well, you just taught someone how to make a rudimentary explosive.
I know, that's why I said I probably shouldn't say this.
Well, remember, boys and girls, when the Civil War starts and they're coming to take your guns, just find some Dr. Pepper popcorn and a homemade and a makeshift projectile.
Also, one of my closest friends, Charlie Bruce, both of us learned on separate camping trips that you do not eat Cheetos and drink Dr. Pepper. It is an explosive night. If you do.
Which end?
The nasty end. Just it's all night long. You know, just that high pitch, like it's asking a question. Hello. Nothing like farts that sound like questions. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, where are we at? Boom. If it's not the kid, yeah, and I do want to say something about your Avatar. That movie did not scare the shit out of me, but that segment did. That fucking doll scared the shit out of me. The rest of the movie did not, but that little short story was fucking horrifying.
Which movie is this?
That's all I get to say. The Avatar, the doll, on Dadman.
Oh, okay.
That's from Trilogy of Terror.
Oh, okay.
And the other two stories were not very good. The doll one, that's fucked up. Yeah, I had a fear of dolls after that shit. Go back. I gotta go back. If it's not the kids managing the parents, it's the parents managing the kids. Yeah, you know.
Can be.
That's what happens. It's like you become kids twice in your life. Once when you're a child and the other one when you're old. And people have to take care of you, wipe your ass, shit like that. Yeah, it's both ends. No. I've only had that happen a couple of times, and that's usually because of bad food. Or like I had Chinese once get salmonella poisoning from it. It was horrible. And what did he say? Dr. Pepper has that pop to it. Yeah, I fucking love Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is nice. I really
Oh
like
my
it.
God,
It's
that
so
new.
good.
I go to my favorite thing to do is to go to Sonic, which is like 100 yards from us here at the hotel. That we have a Sonic, and I just go there to get a Route 44 Diet Dr Pepper, very little ice, and extra cherry. They put the the sugar-free cherry juice in there, and it's the bomb diggity yo. My God, that is good.
Gary, you're too white to say that.
Um, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
First of all, I'm a funk drummer. I know how to play funk. I also know how to play funk keyboards. So, yeah,
Funk up the bathroom.
yeah, funk up the bathroom, funk up the bathroom, funk up the bathroom. Yeah. So, script.
Yeah.
How's your week been, my friend?
Oh, pretty busy, but otherwise good.
Are you getting
guess.
any? Is it settling down yet there at work?
No. Things have been picking up more, which is good. The whole the city I work in, Toronto, and all the towns around it are super buzzed about the upcoming election in Canada right now.
Oh,
We all want a change of the regime, which is a good sign.
Yeah, we do. There'll be a change in history. I mean, history. I mean, oh my God.
Shimanity is, I think, the other word he said.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, full of bullshittery. Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, that's it's pretty interesting times right now. So yeah, that's been fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Got all that stuff in Afghanistan.
Oh gosh, I really want all of our friends and families trapped over there to come home safe and sound, as they should.
Because if you didn't hear,
yeah.
you had Fahim on here, a good friend of mine, and he still has family over there, and he was like communicating with me to let me know, say some prayers for him. And being an atheist, I'm still doing it. I'm still praying for him because that's some scary shit. That is some scary shit. And I've got a lot of friends that served over there that are pissed off.
They should be.
It's understandable.
But anyway, I'm going to now bring in another little story and share screen. Nightwing animated movie being developed. This, of course, is by Edwin Francisco over at Geekosity magazine. Nightwing movie being developed with Warner Brothers Animation. Dick Grayson may take the spotlight. No fixed plans for the movie as of now. The Nightwing movie was originally planned to have a 2023 release date, but apparently Warner still considers it as less of a priority compared to other known properties. And that's just shows how stupid they are.
Not
Nightwing
really.
is
Their
fantastic.
animation department has been churning out.
Oh, the animation department's been garbage
for a long time.
They were kicking ass for a while, and then all of a sudden, I started.
When Jay Olivia got involved, that's kind of when they went downhill.
Yeah, it's like when I saw Gotham by Gaslight, I was fucking angry. I'm like, you didn't even bother trying to adapt it. It's a completely different story with some of the characters.
What did they do? They made Gordon the Ripper, right? That's what.
No, his wife. I thought it was his wife.
No, that's
no,
Long
you're
Halloween,
Halloween,
which also was a terrible adaptation.
You're talking about the one where it had
I'm
like.
not happy with that adaptation. What's that?
I could have sworn it was Barbara.
No, it's Jim Gordon. Originally, it was an old friend of the Waynes from England that was designed to look like Boris Karloff in the graphic novel. Or it's so short, I should call it a trade paperback. But it's a great book. Mike Mignola's artwork is just astounding. I love Mike Mignola. He's one of the 4 artists who had a massive impact on me during the 80s as I was really coming into being an illustrator. But anyway, we'll get back into it. And
you're right. My bad.
That's okay.
But that's okay, buddy. We've been hearing updates from the Warner Brothers left and right with the Rock's Black Adam, Leslie Grace's Batgirl, and Michael B. Jordan's Superman, and more. Director Chris McKay for the planned live-action movie and said that he already has a finished script. All he has been doing is waiting for the green light from Warner. McKay recently worked on The Tomorrow War for Amazon, a film that was fun, but it's dumb as fuck.
Oh, fun but dumb.
Yeah,
you kind of need something a bit more disciplined for a Nightwing.
Great nods to some classic sci-fi.
Yeah.
from The Thing to the Alien films.
Yep.
Let's see. McKay recently worked on the Tomorrow War for Amazon, and he also did the Lego Batman movie in 2017. He has also been announced as a director for Johnny Quest. I'm hoping he doesn't fuck that up because I fucking love Johnny Quest.
They won't do the best cast, which would be Tom Cruise as Ray Spannon and Bryan Cranston as Benton Quest.
Oh my god! If they did that, that just gave me goosebumps.
I know. That's the best. That would be the best cast for that.
I've got goosebumps. Jesus Christ! You got me a little hot under the collar, throat doctor.
Call Mikey. Tell him to tell all his context. That's the perfect cast for that movie.
I'll talk to him about it.
I'm going to spread that around to some of my friends too.
He's supposed to be doing what do you call it? Scoop on our show. So I'm hoping. God, I hope you get free soon because I fucking miss you on the show so fucking much. Let's see. Will this animated movie have Chris McKay attached? Warner Brothers Animation is well known for making incredible animated films up until a certain date, which are based on popular stories from the comics like Doomsday, Batman Under the Red Hood. I did enjoy that one.
Batman Under the Red Hood is the only good one out of the ones he listed because the first Superman's Doomsday one from like 2011 or earlier, way better than the Death of Superman redo that they did.
Oh, that's the one I thought they were talking about because I like that one.
No, the first one just called Superman Doomsday. It has one of the best documentaries about the Doomsday storyline on it as well. Yeah, but the Death of Superman was just garbage. Batman Year One,
I didn't think
miscast.
this was very good. Yeah, it's not very good. Teen Titans didn't enjoy that very much.
Forgettable.
Death of Superman didn't like it.
Starfire was still hot in Judas. I don't care.
No, there's nothing wrong with the animation style in those adaptations. Just the entertainment value is kind of thin.
Yeah, the writing's not very good.
Assault on Arkham was good.
And I really didn't find this very good. I was really looking forward to watching this. I had the second film, and I haven't bothered to watch the second part because I was so not impressed with the first part. They recently released Batman: The Long Halloween, which is considered as one of the best Batman stories of all time. Yeah, the comic book.
The comic book was pretty decent.
It lacked story. It doesn't actually have a story. It's plot.
It's way too plot driven.
Good.
But like the fact of the matter is that Holiday's 3 people, and they're not coordinating, so it just all happens to be that they're copying each other, so to speak.
Right.
But the adaptation was god awful, just terrible.
Yeah, see, Dick Grayson, also known as Nightwing, is a longtime ally of Batman, of course. Also, he was the original Robin. Yeah. We get a lot of like Captain Obvious notes here. So, Dick Grayson was created by. Oh my God, why are we going over this? Everybody that loves fucking Batman knows this.
This should be an addendum at the end of the article, like not as part of the article.
Yeah, not part of the article. Exactly. Like when Dick Grayson felt like, okay, I'm done with this article. Just
talk to this guy and be like, yo, dude.
There's also
I do like this.
You're bearing the lead.
Here we go. Several actors like Neil Patrick Harris, Sean Mayer, Lauren Lester gave him his voice, and that's true. I liked all of them. As
what was Sean Mayer doing his voice in? I can't remember.
I don't know, but I know Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris and Lauren Lester I'm very familiar with. Neil Patrick Harris was in Under the Red Hood. Lauren Lester was in everything, the animated series, and even the animated series movies, like the Harley one, which is also pretty bad.
Yeah.
What were your your thoughts on the whole announcement for the Ironheart with the new Wakanda movie and the fact that they're going with that?
Seems kind of racist to assume all black people know each other.
And that they steal, because supposedly Ironheart stole that suit, right?
My understanding is that's the case, yeah. It's basically Ironheart is like trying to do Batman Beyond again, but not have the actual mentor in there punish the Terry for stealing his suit, and then, eventually letting him saying like, yeah, maybe you should probably, if you're going to wear the suit, I'm going to teach you how to use it properly and responsibly.
Exactly. Now, going back to Nightwing, I really do look forward to them doing an adaptation. I just hope it's with a better team than what we've seen come from them. What's this? I'm going to go ahead and share this screen. I want to go back to the chat. Let's see. Gotham by Gaslight was turned into an animated film. It was god awful, just fucking awful. Just
I can't remember
garbage.
the movie.
I was so fucking angry. I don't get angry at most adaptations. That made me angry because that is a favorite trade paperback graphic novel. It is absolutely one of my favorites, and they just shit it out. It was just garbage.
What was worse, Gotham by Gaslight or Batman Ninja?
Gaslight.
Oh, Gotham by Gaslight is far worse.
Ninja was also pretty bad too, with the giant kaiju stuff at the end, but
Yeah,
it was
just
still
wasn't good.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
fun.
the giant kaiju was like, what? Let's see. Stephen Otten says, I had fun with Tomorrow War. Yeah, it was dumb. You have to literally, figuratively check your brain at the door. Just sort of go into like a mode.
It's just
If
turn
you
your
know
brain
anything
off and
about
just watch
how
it.
science works, how time works, well, the basic theory principles behind time and time travel, and they just threw that shit right out. They're like, fuck it, we're going to do our own thing. And creating a paradox. You know, it's
stealing the remaining life of those about to die to fight a war.
Yeah, the only thing, and the only thing worse than the science in that film is the science used in Marvel. They only got science kind of right one time, and that was in the Captain America one, or the last film where they traveled through time. What was it?
Endgame.
Endgame, yeah, Avengers Endgame. I actually like the time travel on that. It was done pretty well.
It kind of
everything they
is.
did in Loki is just absolutely idiotic.
What they do in Loki is idiotic, but the stuff they do in Endgame, they kind of forget to acknowledge the fact that once they leave that universe, they never return to it. They just return to another universe where copies of them have left already.
Exactly.
Have already left.
Well, that goes to the string theory, you know, and
which has already been debunked as not viable.
By some physicists are still fighting for it, that the string theory still has value and merit.
Yeah, but
which is why they still teach it.
Well, they teach it as a preface with regards to developing a theory. The other part too is that under further examination, they're like, yeah, the universe, as far as we can tell, has no strings connecting the atoms, but they've also discovered that there might be dark matter that's a bit more detectable because of the sheer fact that when galaxies rotate, they're kind of flinging stars away from the center, but yet nothing is going out beyond that certain threshold. And they suspect that because of dark matter, it's kind of pushing things in. And that's what's keeping things...
universe and the compression.
Yeah, so like we're expanding into dark matter, which is infinite, and then dark matter is preventing things from going as far apart as they are based on the gravity well of each galaxy that we see. It's really fascinating stuff.
And we're always falling too. I remember learning that. I'm like, oh my God, we're falling while all this is going on? Crazy. I learned that after watching, back in the 80s, after watching Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. And I was singing the song to a physics, and a physics professor heard me singing it and came over and talked to me. And I learned about how that as we expand, we're falling. And I'm like, galactic north and south. You know, there is a galactic north and south, and it's like really
well based on one orientation that we've drawn in, just to get our heads around it.
We don't know how far it goes. We really don't. Cannot completely comprehend the universe. We can't.
No, because we're ever expanding, and it's like, oh, what are we expanding into? We don't know.
Martin says, I love All-Star Superman and Under the Red Hood.
Yep.
Very, very good animated films. I like both of them myself.
Well, Superman versus the Elite wasn't bad either.
Yeah, that was a decent adaptation of What's So Wrong with Truth and Justice in the American Way, I think it was. Yep.
Yes, I would like to see a live-action adaptation. I agree with that.
I think that would be a bit too bittersweet, because we might get a really, really great Superman in that movie, and then because it's his ending story, it's like, well, everything's gonna be a prequel then.
Well, exactly. Now, the many worlds theory, you know, because there's a difference between what Marvel was misusing something, which is the multiverse, which is anytime somebody makes a decision and there's a splitting in the decision, like through time travel, that universe splits into two, but your two versions of a person are still the fucking same. They're not a different
Yeah.
actor.
Well, the other part that's interesting with regards to that theory is that, technically speaking, every time we make a decision, we create a brand new universe, which means we're spawning matter again into another plane of existence, which is very, very interesting because we don't understand enough about matter to understand how it is exactly created and destroyed. And for every decision to make, what's that?
Did you see that series with J.K. Simmons?
No, I don't think I have.
I forget the name of it. It starts with a C.
Wait, is that wait? Are you talking about
versions.
the Netflix? Oh, the Netflix series. Yes, the 2-season one that went to shit in the second season.
The second season is just garbage.
No, I remember the first one
was fantastic.
First one was great because JK is like this wimpy guy and he meets a dude from himself from another dimension who's like this big alpha male.
And it has an impact on him about his own decision making. I love that. And then season 2 just sort of like said, let's forget everything we talked about in season 1 and just kind of go off in left field. It's like, it was crazy. And I couldn't get through the second season because of it. It was just so bad. But I like the fact that only 2 universes were created because of one instant, one moment. And I was really hoping to really delve into that in season 2, and they just sort of like went off on a tangent with it, and it's just like, oh, okay, never mind. Counterpart, yes, Counterpart. That
yes,
was
that's the one. You know,
great
that's
fucking show.
That's the one of the things that whenever someone sends me a log line or something saying, "Oh, I want to do a time travel script," I usually reply back, "Tell me every single rule of your time travel thing," and I never get a response. And it's like that's why, because time travel, the most when time travel has the most stakes, it's usually when you're dealing with, say, what's called just a linear timeline, meaning it's a singular timeline. There's only one universe, no alternate dimensions, any of that nature, so that if you do go back, you can actually change history, and that can be detrimental.
Now, as an artist, I can answer this question too, Brett, but this is really for you, Script. I'll let you go first. Script, is it true lodging IP with the Library House of Congress Senate? It's just the
well, Congress has 2 houses. They've got the congressmen and then they got the Senate, right, in the U.S. That's how it functions.
But I think what he's referring to is the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
And the Library of Congress is who you're talking about, and it is a good shortcut to protecting ideas for foreigners in America only.
Yeah.
It won't protect you in your home country. But I will say this, many in Western Europe are very pro the creator. France in particular. If you're a filmmaker and you make a film in France and you're from France, it doesn't belong to the studio. They have rights to it, but they don't own it. You are the intellectual owner of that film if you wrote and directed it or directed
Same thing happens in Canada unless another deal is made on the contract. So, Brett, since those are Australian $5, I'm going to assume you're from Australia. Australia has almost identical copyright laws to Canada, which means that once you write it down yourself, it's yours, no matter what. There are international backings to that as well, but if you want to protect your script overseas, or specifically in America, especially if it's in like a feature script or TV, for $10, you can register it with the WGA, which at least logs it for you for 5 years. And then through that registration number, you can reach out to the Library House of Congress if you want to copyright it that way, but that might be a little bit more pricey. But ideally, what you really want to do is just worry about it with regards to your own country domestically. If it's copywritten in Australia and it's an international thing, you're sending it out. If they try to copy it, it's not going to go well for them on their side of things, especially considering today you have a digital paper trail. My favorite thing to do is create a secondary email. And anytime that you're sending your script out, do a blind CC to that email, and it does a date and timestamp of when you sent it out digitally. That is recognized by courts, so that if there is an issue where someone, say, rips off concept and also specific characters, types, and dialogue, then you have grounds to stand on. It is going to be a tricky and long process, so I would recommend not trying to pursue the the studio, but specifically the artist who is credited with writing it, because they're the ones that technically committed the crime, if it so happens to be a crime, not the studio. I.e., if you write a science fiction story and you send it out there, and Alex Kurtzman sees it, and then he writes a script for it for Star Trek, and he puts his name, screenplay by Alex Kurtzman, you cannot sue CBS or Secret Hideout or Netflix or anything, because they're not the ones that wrote the script. They just bought it. It's like buying a stolen car. If you don't know it's stolen, you have not committed a crime. The person who sold it to you, if they knew it was stolen, committed a crime. And you have to go after that specific person. Anytime you see any sort of fan or whatever saying that they're going after CBS or any sort of studio for copyright infringement or theft, they are basically just being exploited by their lawyers, because the lawyers know very well they're never going to win that case, and they're just doing it for the easy paycheck for billable hours. If they go after the specific individual who did the crime, then they probably actually have a substantial case and they know they can win, in which case then, yeah, support them if you want to by spreading the word. But if they're going after companies and no specific names, they're being fooled by very shaky lawyers. And I know a lot about shaky lawyers because I've written a comedy pilot about them and did a lot of research to make that work.
Hey, Brett, for that $5 Australian, I've got this for you.
Good night, Mike.
I like he follows it up with like, let's put another shrimp on the Barbie. Thanks again, Brett. I hope that information helped you. Being in Australia or many foreign countries, artistic types are very well protected. Ireland is another one that protects artists. That includes any creative. Taxes
Both
are
Ireland's
also friendlier.
actually, yeah. Both Ireland's
Taxes are
actually
also
do it.
very friendly to Ireland. In Ireland, they're not friendly to your average worker, but if you work in the creative arts, you are treated very well in Ireland. Not in the UK though.
UK's a little
Townsend,
bit.
I remember him bitching about bloody taxes, this, bloody taxes, that.
Well, remember,
Paul
most
Darkness
of
complained about it.
the UK entertainment is funded through Parliament. A lot of it.
Crazy.
And the private enterprises there, they can do well, but the problem is that they also make really terrible stuff for private enterprise. I've seen 4 studios start up independently, and then when I find out the types of stuff they're producing, it's like nobody wants to see that garbage, and then they tank within 2 years. And it's like, no wonder the BBC and all those other affiliates from there, like Dave and Channel 4 and all that stuff, are like, oh yeah, we're doing good because we have comedy shows and things that people want to actually tune in and watch. And here you are trying to do the next Amelie without understanding why Amelie is so awesome.
Carlson says they knew they were getting canceled on Counterpart at the end of the season, so they did their best to wrap it up. I never even got to the second half of the season. I hated the first part so much.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed with the writing. So I should probably go revisit that sometime and finish that season.
Along down the list.
Yeah. Let's see. Tim, the Flashpoint Paradox was pretty cool for the animated movies. I'm trying to remember. I know I saw it. What year did that come out?
Flashpoint Paradox, was that 2014?
I think.
I keep thinking it was like in the 2000s, but maybe it wasn't in later.
2013.
I just can't remember. I remember there was a part of it that I really got a kick out of. Like it was him at the police station, and I enjoyed part of it. That's all I remember.
Yep. The Flashpoint universe is really, really cool. Just the way that they have Flash get to that doesn't make any sense chronologically wise, because Flash's mom dies when he's like 10, which I think is a couple years after Bruce Wayne's parents are murdered, and obviously a decade after, or more actually, after Superman lands in Kansas. So like all those characters should not be affected by Flash going back to stop his mom's murder.
Nope.
It just completely falls apart unless Flash is like 15 years older than everyone else on the Justice League team, which makes things a lot weirder because he's usually pretty close in age to them all.
Very true. Yes, Cardinal, we'll have to chat sometime in StreamYard or what have you. And Brett Cohen says, good to know. And yeah, it's like, as G.I. Joe said, knowing is half the battle.
And that's just to get you started as you research into it more so with like your local parliament in Australia. You'll find all these other things that they
Australia,
have
mate.
to.
It's Australia.
Australia. It's in Australia.
Apparently, in
Down
Australia,
under.
they don't like that first vowel. It's an offensive vowel. Let's see. Counterpart was Under the Gun. They had to shave a couple of episodes off. Well, it's the same shit that happened to Swamp Thing, because after episode 7, it just went to shit. It just was garbage.
Well, production-wise, it did. In fact, I thought the show was falling apart by the 3rd episode because they had to re-edit everything to sort of fit into a narrower arc.
Because all the shit went down at actually episode 5. They were shooting episode 5, as I recall, when things happened.
When they got told they were canceled.
But it didn't really impact the script until they got to the reveal of what's his name, the Devil character,
Blue Devil, I think it was.
Yeah, the Blue Devil, and that was just so clunky. Oh, it was bad. It was just bad, and I feel bad for them because it's not their fault.
No,
AT&T came in and saw what was going on and made them suffer. James Wan's team suffer for what they saw going on at Warner.
They thought it was basically it was unwarranted spending, and in conjunction with all the stuff that was going on with Warner Brothers' other handling.
Well, they were planning on the minute they bought, they were going to cancel the DC channel network.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they said it was going to.
We talked about that even before I met you. Keith and I were talking about. Yeah, this does not bode well for the DC channel. It's going to go away. The streaming channel. It's like
which was unfortunate because their comic book reading system that they had on that was superb. Like they fixed up all the lettering on some of the prints that they had so that you could actually read the bubbles properly.
Yeah, it's really sucks what happened.
Was it replaced by the DC Infinite, or is that the same comic book series service they use?
No, HBO Max is what replaced it. And as far as the comics go, I don't know what they ended up doing with that, if they went to DC Infinite with that. But it really was dumb that the way a lot of that got handled. I mean, first of all, whoever was in charge of naming the Warner Brothers archive to HBO Max should be beaten with a stick. Absolutely.
They thought HBO was
not
a
murdered,
prestigious band,
not murdered,
brand,
but punished with a cane. HBO Max is a dumb name for the Warner archives. DC Universe should have been part of HBO Max. What was
should have been a subheading,
exactly, a sub channel on it that you can go to. It's really, they did not handle it very well. I mean, I kind of like some of the things they did, but they did not launch very well. And I don't know how much of that was involved Warner Brothers, because really HBO Max was run by Warner Media under AT&T, not the Warner Media over at Warner Brothers. And so I kind of think maybe that's why he got fired, the X-Man over at Warner Media.
Swamp Thing had potential, and they got rid of that too. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then we get things like Stargirl, Batwoman.
Stargirl's first episode, I was like, this has promise. I look forward to episode 2. And then episode 2 came out, and I was like, oh, no. This is.
Do you know what Stargirl's biggest problem was? It's a feature film script stretched out to 10 episodes.
Yeah, and that's dumb.
It's dumb. Like its last 2 episodes.
You get so much hollow dialogue when you do that shit.
Well, the last 2 episodes are actually pretty solid, but not fantastic. But the thing is that I look at this objective, I'm thinking, okay, if I cut out all the stupid stuff in the middle part and just let the story actually play out properly, because it is the villains trying to take over a section of the United States, you could actually have a pretty solid film. And the arc that Courtney goes through with Pat works really well towards the end of the show. Like, it stumbles terribly in the first 7 episodes, but the last 3 it just hits home really, really well. And then they got a season 2, which is also stumbling quite a bit.
Oh yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah. And that goes back to Jeff Johns is just a terrible television writer.
Summer School.
Flash Paradox came out in July 30th, 2013. Thank you, Jason.
See, Thomas Wayne in that was good though. I liked him, and
He was awesome.
The one part where he actually sent the letter back to Bruce, like that was like one saving grace in that whole film. That moment was perfect in a way because it gave Bruce a little bit of a family connection across the multiverse or across the timeline paradox.
See, multiverses are so different than alternate universes.
Yeah.
And alternate universes is what they're using, not multiverses. Multiverses, the same universe echoed,
with slight variations based on what point of change that started.
Where it took place, where the variance took place, which is really what came again from the string theory. And they visually use the string theory in Loki. It's the visual string with the branching off, and but it's more like layers, and it just becomes a new layer each time, expanding. And alternate universes, which like what you're talking about, is so different. This is where we get Thomas Wayne as Batman, and we find out that in one version, Superman and Batman are brothers, adoptedly. That Martha and Jonathan, or not Jonathan, Martha and
Thomas.
Adopted.
They find
the
Clark.
baby. They find the baby, and it's like it was an interesting thing. I like all those interesting things, but this is where I get annoyed with people, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a goddamn comic." And I said, it's people like you that make us have bad things because you allow
That
it.
is true.
If you people would stop fucking saying that, we might get some better stuff. But you keep going, just let it go. It's just a comic thing. It's like, I don't want to tell you to choke on a bag of dicks, but I'm gonna choke on a bag of dicks. But anyway, Brett says Cardinal Sin. I watched an Aussie show that went through some American stuff, then a few bits here. Exmouth in I'm assuming Washington was an American protectorate. Many into the fringe issues you could check out. Hello, we mostly use Queen's King's English, proper English, I would say, right?
Flavor with a U.
Flavor. Kalu. Did anyone watch Pennyworth? It looked okay. First season was pretty good. Second season had moments, and then I got bored with it.
First season does its best to try and be a Christopher Nolan take on this television series Gotham.
Well, I like what is his name? The guy that runs the show. I like his stuff.
Bruno Heller?
Yeah, I like the Mentalist. I love that fucking show with Red John and all that shit. I thought that was a cool show.
The Mentalist is more his comfort zone, or more what he's good at. When his take on Gotham and Pennyworth is just derivative, in my opinion.
Well, it's just basic, more alternate universe stuff, which they, I never get upset with alternate universe stuff with DC, because anytime you see something that somebody goes, well, that's not canon, it's like, then it's part of that alternate universe thing that they do. What do they call it? It's actually a line of comics and graphic.
Elseworlds.
It's an Elseworld version. If it isn't canon, then that's what it is. I'm not going to lose my shit over it.
Well, the only dangerous part about the Elseworlds is that if it becomes a bit too popular, they integrate it into canon. And
well, that's what they do, and that's what they're doing right now with Harley Quinn, and they shouldn't.
They don't know how to do Harley Quinn in live action, and even
I'm talking about the animated, because I laughed my ass off at that show. It's funny. It's dumb. It's funny.
Oh, you talking about the recent one with Kaylee Cuoco?
Yeah,
that's a great. I mean, that's a fun. That's a Venture Brothers take on Harley Quinn, and it is definitely not canon. It is definitely its own silly world. I mean,
they're trying to turn it into canon. I've seen them try to do it, and it's like, stop that shit.
They made Kite Man cool.
Kite Man's funny.
And Dr. Psycho is so different than what he is in the comics. He is like, but he's it's crazy to see what he says and does.
He's a little mentalist, right?
Yeah, he's a little mentalist, and then Harley's plant, when he
used the C word,
called Wonder Woman the C word, yeah.
I fucking lost it. I was just laughing my ass off. And he should have just said, "I'm from England."
He's totally not though. But
No, he's not. Yeah. Cardinal says, also, have you seen Almighty Johnson's? I have not watched that show myself.
no.
Clever, fun, with totally unique
Oh,
take
wait.
on Norse mythos. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there's like 12 North mythos shows on right now, and there's one
One
that's
on
actually
Netflix is garbage.
there's
I
one
don't
on
like it.
Norwegian that my girlfriend likes to watch, and I
That's the one Jace has talked about.
Oh my fucking god, no! Just
It's like
fucking
Ragnarok?
Just fucking cancel the show. It's the wokest fucking.
But it's
shit
so
ever.
sexy. All
it's
those
more like kids
Swedes
having
running
sex with each
around.
other and stuff, and then there's
Oh,
lightning.
Loki! So Loki is basically the first trans person ever. Fuck off.
No, she whenever I'm like
Slap
pop
my
by her
ass.
house and she's watching this, she's always laughing her ass off because she finds it's the most ridiculous show ever, and she can't
It
get
is
enough.
fucking stupid.
The Mentalist should have ended with the end of the Red John story. And period. That's it. It just sort of lost its spirit after that. I still enjoyed it, but it was not the same show anymore. Let's see. Oh yeah. So anyway, Geekosity has this one too. Aquaman sequel throws light on villainous Black Manta. I like
Cool.
Black Manta, so I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
I dug
do
Black
not
Manta in
like-
there. I wish he was in it more, and not just used as a pawn.
Black Manta will be a white man. And
Yeah, this is from the age. If you're a black character, you're called Black something, and I always thought that was funny. It's like, stop doing that.
Well, they could call him Manta Ray like they did in Justice League Unlimited because for some reason they couldn't get the rights to the name.
But I am looking forward to seeing this shit, man. He's a cool villain.
Yeah.
And he's a good actor right there, let me tell you. Yeah, it's good.
He's
one.
against stereotype because it's a black man who likes to swim.
Oh my God, I have to put this up now. Hold on. Where's it at?
Is Gary circle jerking his video game stream again?
There it is.
And coming from
I made that just for those
Ken Young
moments.
is hysterical.
He fucking could. First time I ever saw that dude was in the music video, and he was still a doctor when he made the video.
I
He's
met him
still
when he
working.
was still doing stand up, and he was a doctor at that time. He had to practice.
Yeah, it's like he was afraid to give it up, and then
No,
finally
his
the
wife's a
TV
better doctor. That's why he was so comfortable doing it.
he got the parts in film, and that led to TV, and that's when he started really raking in the bucks.
Oh, it's okay.
And I fucking love him. He's so fucking funny. But let's get away from Blade Runner. I don't want to talk about that tonight. Except come watch me play Blade Runner game every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 o'clock Central Time. I will be continuing playing that game. Yeah. Help me play the game because I forget shit. I haven't played it since '97. But anyway, let's begin wrapping this up. It was a fun show. We went about 8 minutes longer than normal. I promised an hour to an hour and a half at the max. And so I want to thank our audience, our chat, just incredible. And especially want to thank for the stickers and the super chats. And I want to thank Fat Steven for being so awesome, for Jace being so fucking quiet. And yeah, I'm poking fun at you, Jace.
Have that beard. Stop smoking. You whippersnapper.
Yeah. Stop being a Swede.
Oh,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
Your meatballs suck.
Yeah, it does. Swedish meatballs sucks.
Norwegian
Say
small.
Hey, Sweden! Not Swedish, Mac, the Norwegian.
Hey, Sweden.
I made that just for Jace.
Yeah, I know. Mocking me for being Norwegian. It's a
I'm
hard
not
life.
mocking you. I fucking love Norway. But I am teasing you. I am
I
teasing
thought he
you.
was German.
Germerman? Ethel
Merman.
Merman?
Like a germanium.
Okay, who remembers that joke?
I don't. I wasn't born yet.
Do you
Ethel
remember
Merman?
that joke, Script Doctor?
Oh, from
Where he says,
Airplane 2?
He's a
Or Airplane-
German. Germerman. Ethel Merman. Oh,
Wait. Gary just
Airplane.
called Script Doctor Spread Doctor. Did anyone just catch that?
Who?
He just called you Spread Doctor.
Oh.
Man, they got some terrible weed up there in Canada.
I don't smoke weed. I'll eat it.
Eat it. And he doesn't bother condensing it down into a butter and then cooking with it. He just grabs the bag and just starts.
Don't you have like some Ragornak porn to watch or something? Like,
skunky shit right there, my friend.
I will slap the pea meal out of you.
Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here, wondering why you won't shut the fuck up.
But Script, I'm glad you dropped in. I really appreciate it, man. It's good seeing you.
Yeah.
And one day we'll get Gary Beekler to join in. And then we can say other Gary, so, or white Gary.
Oh, we need 2 Garys and 2 Keiths.
2 Keiths. That'd be a weird fucking show. But thank you, chat, for being here. Looks like I got a few more comments when we pop them up here. Well, my flatmate is diverse. He's the most unwoke funny fucker. So thanks for the show. You bet. I wish you'd been here. I needed you tonight, Zach. Where were you?
Yeah,
he was being a dad. He was probably being a dad. He's a good dad. Pop culture moment, don't make Jace angry. You wouldn't like to what he's saying.
Yeah, you'll end up in a picture.
He'll start going pork, 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 pork.
Pork.
Oh,
Pop culture moment, thanks for a great stream. Oh, you bet, Cardinal. And I'm so glad everybody showed up. I love you guys so much, and I'm going to try to get on your show this week. And I swear to you, I'm going to give it my absolute best. I'm not lying. I am going to give it my best. Brett says, Aussie News Channel. Okay, that's not for us. Take care, everyone. You too, Stephen. Deeply appreciate you coming. And Martin, you're a good friend, man. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to end the show. Oh, is that what happened? That sucks, man. Because basically, Zach's is taking over where 6 was. He's Zach's 6. What are the odds of them both ending with an X? Is taking over, helping me with the show, and doing the chats and stuff. Basically, directing the episode from the background while also commenting in the chat. Yeah,
yeah, that's the one I'm mad.
Hours on Sundays. I won't be able to make the full time, but I might be able to be there for at least an hour because I can always give an hour. Later, lads. You bet, Brett. Thanks for coming. Cheers, everyone. And Script Doctor, again, thanks for showing up. It's always awesome seeing you. And with that, I will end with, I'm going to play one more video for all you guys who put money in today.
When you're slapped, you'll take it and like it.
I fucking love that video. It is the best. And with that, I'm going to end on this one.
Goodbye, chocolate mousse. I'll never forget you. Goodbye, Ducroix.
This stream was brought to you by Sweden. They have shitty meatballs.
Goodbye, Deja Vu. I'll always remember you. And I'll miss you most of all, Scarecrow.